Hello, Bloom Army, and welcome back to the Bloom Army podcast, episode 23. And in this episode, we will be talking about the Parramatta Eels and the North Queensland Cowboys doubleheader there for both the men's and also for the women's match there as well. And if you guys are brand new to the podcast itself, please make sure to support us on all platforms there on YouTube as please like, subscribe, and also share the channel itself. Also support us on Instagram where we are mainly active on nearly every single day. And also follow us on Spotify as well. And most importantly, also support us on TikTok as well as we do some previews and maybe some reviews in that, or maybe some mini videos in that, whatever I feel like is necessary to post on there. So yeah, but thank you so much for all you guys who have been supporting for the podcast for the last couple of months. I know that we're not the biggest Paramount podcast out there at the moment, and I know that this year has not been like the most consistent in that, and I know that I might be whinging and making up some poor excuses there, but I'm for sure. If I do keep this up here for you guys and for the Blue Army there, especially going to next year, Nats, I'm for sure that we are going to make much more consistent recordings like this there, and just to get more opinions and also some more discussions out there for you guys, and yeah. But anyways, guys, enough with the rambling about. Let's get into episode 23 of the Blue Army podcast. So starting off here with the double header here for the men's Hammer Eels versus North Queensland Cowboys game. Now, I do want to warn you guys. I do want to give out a quick little rant during this game. So I just want to warn you guys on that, as there was a lot of controversy in this match here with one player that I'm really starting to dislike now since he plays for Queensland. That's all I'm going to say. But I will mention later on once we get to that part for the review. So yeah, so buck up here, ladies and gentlemen, because yeah, there's going to be a couple of things that we might rip and tear into this game. So yeah, so it will start off here. We're from kickoff there as Riley Smith there, as he passes the ball there, I believe, to Luca Moretti there. As Luca Moretti, he nearly breaks through there to get our first ever try there. So we get to off to an electrifying start there, as Colin Hess there, showing off his poor discipline there, as he was penalised twice there. The first one, as Zach Lomax takes the penalty shot there to make it 2 points to nil, and then he was put on report, and then he interfered with Ruck there, as I think he also I think I think he nearly put one of the plays there on ACL there as well, which I don't know how he wasn't even simbing there in the first couple of minutes there. As Jermaine Hopker there, he was penalised there for offside, and it was one of those crap. Here we go again. As yes, he has given away the whole momentum there to the Cowboys there, as the Cowboys do go down to the field there just to score a try there. But I gotta say, guys, this is where my rant comes in here. So when Jackson Purdue scored the try there, when Jake Clifford puts on the grub kick there, when Zach Lomax there, he tried to run back there, but he slips over there, as when Will Pensini was trying to stop Purdue there, this absolute Queensland dog, Drummond Nanai, was an absolute cheat when he pushed him over there by clear daylight there, and he was not obstructed of the try there, and freaking Liam Kenny there gifted the try there to the Cowboys there, without even reviewing the obstruction from Jerome Nanai when he clearly pushed over Will Pessin there when he was trying to chase down Purdue there and to stop the try. Like, it's an absolute disgrace on how his referees are not getting called out, and whoever's in charge of these referees need to be sacked ASAP, because this season the referees have not proven that they're not going to rip off anybody, especially during off. Sorry, no, building up to the finals, because I really hope that it's not going to be all scripted like last year, where we all knew that it was going to be the Panthers and the Storm, and the NFL was trying their best to make it for that grand final, and it happened. And then the Panthers went on to win on the four-peat there. And you watch when the Melbourne Storm versus somebody, I think they're going to rip somebody off, and they're going to make the Melbourne Storm win the grand final. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I mean, look, man, I know the referees. We should always pay respect to what they do on the field with the fitness in the train in that. But like Liam Kennedy refereeing this match was an absolute disgrace, in my opinion, and there's more to come. But anyways, Zach Lomax converts the try there to make it 6 points to 2. Riley Smith was penalized there from a ball strip from himself there, and we tried to challenge it, but it was unsuccessful there. As he strips the ball out. We were forced there for a line dropper there from Mitch Moses there, as he puts on the line dropper there in the 17th minute there, as Jermaine Hopgood there was penalized there for crowding there. And then we were penalized there from Jermaine Hopgood, as he costs us another error there to give more points there for our opponents there, as Zach Layback there converts the penalty goal there to make it 8 points to 2. And Mitchell Moses there puts up the bomb kick there, as Dylan Walker comes on there for Luca Moretti there. A couple more minutes later, we gone down to the left there to give out there to Josh O'Carr there, as he manages to beat Valame there on field there to make it 6 points to 8 there, as Josh O'Carr gets his try there in Indigenous round there, and he makes it 6 points to 8 there. But unfortunately, Zach Lomax there, he misses the conversion there, and a couple of minutes later, he scores again with a clutch grub kick there from Mitchell Moses, as Josh O'Carr gets a slick pickup one arm to defeat Valame there, as he puts it down there to make it 10 points to 8. And yeah, Zach Lomax there converts the try there to make it 12 points to 8. Mitchell Moses puts up the kick bomb there, but unfortunately, when Zach Lomax he did try to squeeze his body into the Cowboys defense there. He tried to contestedly catch the ball there high there, but unfortunately, he drops the ball there, and he bombs another big opportunity there for us there to score more points there, as a couple more minutes later there, Will Pensini there into the second half there. Mitchell Moses he puts out a pass there for Will Pensini to break through there, as Will Pensini there gets the with that bow and arrow try celebration there, as he makes it 16 points to 8, as he reminds the Cowboys fans on what he has done in 2022 preliminary final, even though it was a little bit controversial from a try there. Cowboys fans will be absolutely just paid off from the moment there, as Zach Lomax does convert the try there to make it 18 points to 8. But a couple more minutes later, Brian Burns there, he goes across the field there after Josh Publi there, knocks on the ball there from the bomb kick there. I think it was kicked there, or I'm not too sure. I can't really remember what the forced error there was for Josh Publi to make the error there, to give the Cowboys a big opportunity on a red zone there, as they do go down there on the left edge there, as Brian Burns, he sees the open space there, he beats and out muscles Will Pensinger there to get the Cowboys back into the game there, as he makes it 18 points to 12 there. But a couple more minutes later there, as George Papali there knocks on the board there, as Purdue scores another try there for himself there, but in controversial style, because leading up to this try here, once again, Jake Clifford he puts in the kick here, but once again, Drew Nanai, the absolute Queensland dog himself there, as you can see over here, was caught offside as he gets away with another controversial try there, as Zach Leibert there makes it 18 points all. And yeah, the Cowboys equalize things at Comic Stadium here in controversial style. Maybe they were trying to get that karma towards us to what we have done to them back in 2022 preliminary final. But yeah, things were heating up here as things were going back and forth here. But once Talon da Silva came on there, I believe for Jermaine Hopgood, this is when things started going downhill here, and Talon da Silva did cost us a couple more opportunities there to execute our opportunities there to put the game to bed there. And I know that Talon da Silva is young, and I know I shouldn't be very harsh to him. And I know that people are going to say, "Oh, but who else was going to play better than him? Joey Lussick, Brent Hintz, who we loaned off there to Toulouse there, Olympic. Like, you obviously haven't seen Brent Hintz play in reserve grade, which I do get it. He wasn't the best. I know that his 40-20s, he couldn't execute them. But look, man, um, look, I'll give you this. Talon da Silva, there's a reason why that Benjamin Marshall dropped in there for outside Coruscant there, because obviously Coruscant is much more experienced and has better uh, dummy half skills compared to Talon da Silva there. And there's a reason why he dropped him there. Because one, his fitness wasn't really the greatest there. And two, his skills were not always perfect in that. But he does have the talent there. So yeah. We expected Talon da Silva to have that talent and that impact there to coming from that rotation there with Ryder Smith there, which we all know that Jason Rolls has not perfected his rotation with the bench that he is working with at the moment, which I do believe he will be working with during the preseason there, coming in 2026 there, when Jack DeBellin comes in for us there next season. He will be playing a lock, and you would think that Dylan Walker will be replacing Talon da Silva just for now until Talon da Silva does get a little bit better with his skills and with his confidence there in the register. I do believe it is best for him to work with his skills there in reserve grade there, and then just put Dylan Walker in the utility spot there and just rotate with him and Riley Smith there, since he plays a much more better dummy half role than what he does at lock. Look, don't get me wrong. Dylan Walker wasn't really that bad at lock, but I mean, we haven't seen him explode at lock on how he used to do uh, at Manly. So yeah, I think just moving forward until Talon da Silva does improve on his skills consistently and his fitness much more, and whatever Jason Roll's rotation plans are going to be in 2026, we'll see on how Talon da Silva goes once he does improve much more in reserve grade. But until then, I think it is best to put Dylan Walker back as a utility there and rotate him as dummy half there, rotating with him to Riley Smith there. So yeah, um, and just put Jack DeBellin at lock there, where we can get a much more better impact there. But yeah, we will go into more depth there for our signings to come also. And yeah, now go, moving back to the game over here, guys. Um, Yeah, so a couple more minutes later here, when Talon da Silva was cost us his game here and has gotten three sprays here from Mitchell Moses here a couple of times. Um, yeah, well, the Cowboys, they had so many opportunities there from the breakthroughs there, kind of from Scott Drinkwater, where he was trying to set up there. Um, I believe for, I believe for Valame there or either Purdue there. But Dylan Brown did actually made a big try over there when he won the ball back there. And yeah, that's the only thing that Dylan Brown has done. His defense was pretty good. His kick chases was pretty good, shutting down Scott Drinkwater there a couple more times there. But his attack there, I mean, don't get me wrong, he did actually have a couple of good runs there from our own end there. But attacking wise, I thought that Dylan Brown wasn't really that great overall, in my opinion. So yeah, but yeah, as the Cowboys were trying to um, cause a big threat on our own end here, guys. Mitchell Moses, he gets the big opportunity there as he slots in a clutchful field goal there from wide out there as well from the left side, and he wins us the game there as he was obstructed there as Jake Clifford does get a try there, but it was ruled as a no try. And after that game there, so many Cowboys fans were whinging, saying that, oh, well, Parramatta get has gone away with another controversial moment. The Cowboys were a much more better team. Well, no, they weren't. We nearly got robbed from you guys when the Queensland dog himself there, Nanai, has gone away with two tries that should have not been allowed there to Purdue there when he pushed over Will Pensini there for the first try and he was offside from Jake Clifford's kick there. So yeah, very controversial that the Cowboys did actually manage to be so close. But I mean, look, I will give credit to some of the players there, to Scott Drinkwater there, as he did actually cause a bit of a threat there with Jake Clifford with his fantastic kicking game there from his grubbers there, forced us out there for a couple of line droplets there. And I thought that Jason Tomlone there did pretty good there for the fullback. But other than that, I thought that Tom Dearden was a little bit off with his king game there. And yeah, once again, Tom Hayden was having a whinge about the pastor saying, "Oh, well, I see Moses taken a similar dive there in the past. Like, please, like Todd Payton, like your job is done. And if I was a Cowboys fan, I would be calling out the club to sack Todd Payton immediately and to chase after Josh Hanai there. So yeah, that's what I'll do if I was a Cowboys fan. But obviously, this is not a Cowboys podcast. But yeah. But anyways, um, getting back to our boys over here. Look, we do have some work to do with our um, with our discipline there from Jermaine Hopgood there still. But I thought defensively he did actually make some pretty decent tackles there throughout the middle there. But rotation wise, look, uh, Jason Rolls does have a lot of work to do with his rotations from the bench there. So yeah, but Zach Lomax in this game, I thought that his predictability is just getting way too predictable with his kick chases there, contested for the high ball there, and as I said before, guys, if Isaiah Alongi was playing a fullback and either Josh probably was playing in the centers there uh, instead of Deanna Brown, then I reckon we could have put on much more points there, and we could have put in the game to bed there earlier than what have fallen there, and we could have gotten Joshua Carr a hat trick early on in the first half, or either in the second half, in my opinion. So yeah, if Isaiah Alongi was playing as fullback there, he could have thrown out a cut pass there to Joshua Carr there, and this game could have gone to bed there uh, ages ago. So yeah. But other than that, a fantastic moment there from Mitchell Moses. And yeah, let's get into our 3-1. But before we do, guys, I'm going to have dinner right now, and I'll be right back to do our 3-1s for our plays here. Okay, so going into our 3-1 for our players raters there. So I'm going to give 3 points there to Riley Smith since he mostly dominated throughout the middle there in the first half for most of the period there until he came off there for Talon da Silva when he nearly cost us a game there. So yeah, I will give 2 points there to Mitchell Moses since he did give us that clutch moment there from the left side field there when he kicked the field goal there to make it 19 points to 18. I'll give 1 point there. I was gonna give it to Joshua Carr there, but I thought for 35 minutes, I thought that Luca Moretti was pretty good. The way that he nearly broke him through in the first couple of minutes during the game, I thought his hit ups there and his impact coming off from the bench there, the amount of minutes that he was be given. I know that Jason Roll's rotations have not been the best so far in my opinion, but he will work on that during the preseason. I will promise you that. So I do believe if Jason Rolls can perfectly plan his rotation for his bench, the same way as what Brad Arthur did, where he had one of the best benches in the league, where that was one of the key factors that has gotten us to get into the grand final a couple years when he made some other marquee signs there, like Sean Lane, Mitchell Moses in the past, of course, Garfison, and just building up the squad. And yeah, look, even though he didn't get there to the end, Brad Arthur, there's a lot of reasons why he lost that grand final. Not just like, oh well, his tactics and that were not really the greatest. And obviously I thought our rotation in the grand final was not really the greatest, and we didn't do Nathan Brown justice bringing him on late. So yeah, there was much more to it to the story in the grand final, but we won't get into that because that was back in 2022, and we're not talking about that much. But yeah, hopefully we can see much more from Luca Moretti in 2026 from what his efforts have been shown that he is trying to do from his big hit ups and that. So yeah, hopefully we can see more from Luca Moretti. So yeah, so fantastic there from the Italian stallion there, just trying to get back or not try and get back. Just try and get to the form as what Brad Arthur has been just pulling back from all his opportunities where he could have selected him and could have gave him much more minutes than that. But yeah, we'll see what happens there. So yeah, but that's my 3 to 1s there, guys. And yeah, look, did we get a little bit lucky in this match? Kind of, but I mean, still, we shouldn't really take away the fact that the Cowboys, um, with the Queensland dog Nanai, controversially getting away with 2 tries there that should have not been allowed for Purdue. Yeah, I think I disconnected there a little bit there, guys. So apologies for that. But yeah, that's it there for the men's game. Now let's get into the women's game. Now I'm not gonna lie, guys. I didn't really get to watch this match too much since just going on as my recording was a little bit how you going there. So apologies for that. You will be getting that throughout StreamYard and that. That's how it is. So yep. Unfortunately, we have to we have to cope with it. So yeah, but anyways, yeah, we start with here. A little bit back and forth here. Ruben Sheraton did make a line break there. Abby Church had a couple of good run. But yeah, the first try came off from us there, from Ruben Sheraton there from dummy half. She does go over there to make it 4 points to nil in the 29th minute there. A couple minutes there before half time. There were a couple calls in the second half that were very sus, which I will be going into that in a sec. But yeah, look, first half, I just had some other stuff just going on, guys. So I did see Rube Sheraton go over from dummy half and score our first try there. Um, and make it 4 points to nil. For some weird reason, Rachel Pearson's kicks have not been the greatest in the last couple of weeks. Like she had a fantastic start in the first few couple of weeks there, and I gotta say I'm not too sure what has happened to a King game in the last couple of weeks, especially against a former club last week where her kicks to the end of our sets were very poor and just going into touch just from a short distance there, and I'm not sure what has happened to Rachel Pearson there, So yeah, if you guys do work with the behind the scenes with the NRLW team, please let me know on what has happened to Rachel Pearson's kicking game there because I have no idea what the hell has happened to her after she has had a fantastic start to the season for us. So yeah, um, let's let's hope that she gets back to her kicking game on point next week against the Broncos, which is going to be a very tough game there, away there, since tonight was a big opportunity to win against the Cowboys there, which again it was similar to the men's game. There were some controversial moments in this game where um, the Cowboys did actually get away with some calls, which it left me a little bit confused, and it was a little bit questionable at times where we did score off from this try. I will be going back to that. But yeah, it was in the moment where challenge when the Cowboys went over there, 14 points to 10 with Francesco goal for. I mean, they scored there. Of course, with a poor defensive, but I'll go back into that in a sec there. But I mean, um, yeah, it was in the 60th. It was in the 63rd minute there. Oh wait, before that, an error there. Who was it from? It was a rocket interference there from one of our girls there. It wasn't that. Um, Oh yeah, Tanika Todd Hunter. I don't know how she interfered with the ball with her foot there. I mean, she's barely even touched the ball there, and the Cowboy player there, she clearly did not play the ball properly there, and I don't know how the bunker or either the referee just seen that um as a ruck interference there. Like in my opinion, I think the Cowboys were a little bit lucky to get away with this, and this could have cost us some momentum there to actually get some points on the board there. But I mean, there are some people actually talking about another potential controversial call there when Alicia Elba was trying to play the ball there, but then the Cowboys players were just pushing her head down there, and maybe that could have been six again there. But yeah, I'm not or either a penalty there since there are no six agains. I just remembered there are no six agains in the NRLW. That should be a penalty there for us there when they push a head down there, and that could have been the big opportunity where we could have scored there with maybe with Gin there on the left edge there, since she was pretty good there in this match, in my opinion. But I gotta say, man, Zali Faye, I'm gonna go into our poor conceding points over here. But man, Zali Faye, she has lost her touch big time, and look, she has fallen off compared to last year, where she scored a lot of tries for us, and she looked very promising going into 2025 season here. And I'm not too sure what's wrong with her, man and man. Her performance has been very ordinary in the last couple of weeks, and if she doesn't turn things around here, Zali Faye, then I think it is time for her to move on from the club. And I think when we lost that Kiwi international there, I forgot her name, but when she went to the Cowboys there, I instantly knew that that could be a big loss for us. And tonight, that proven that one of our most experienced players there that we offloaded there to the Cowboys themselves did actually matter to the team itself. So yeah, I think there were other backline players that we did offload there. Uh, there is another winger, I believe, that we offloaded there to the Tigers. I believe. I could be wrong, but yeah, I think two of those players that we letting go, I think has really cost us our backline defense there. And yeah, look, I think for me, if if we really want to play finals and really want to prove that we are uh, a premiership contender, which I still believe that this team does. I know that injuries have been killing us with Kenny Sheraton still out and some other troops that we are short from. But I mean, look, it's the same thing with the men's team. We can't always show that we are a one man or should I say one woman team always. So, like, yeah. because Alicia Albert and Muhammad Murphy were trying out their socks out in this match, and you can see the determination that they were trying to do when the whole team look. It was in wet conditions. To be fair, and I think our ball handling and our discipline did actually kind of let us down just a bit. But man, oh man, those tries that Zali Faye just conceded was absolutely just abysmal. Sorry, but uh, I think if she has one more bad game next week, which you could say maybe is it time for her to be dropped and bring in another backline there, or do you put in maybe I don't know, like Flo again um, into the wing over there, and then you bring in another center there, or you just try to switch around some other things because I think the injury there with Rory Owen has pretty much cost us our backline defense just to be open up like that. So yeah, we're really missing Rory Owen at the moment because yeah because those points were absolutely just very poor to concede against. So yeah. Um, but anyways, guys, we're gonna go into our 3-1s here, and then we will move on to other news for the men's team. Okay, so our 3-1 here, guys. I'm gonna go 3 points there to Alicia Alba there. By a no-brainer there. She's absolute machine there. And she's basically like the female version of Fui Moi there. Number two, I'm gonna go with Ruben Sheraton there. Number one, finally, I'm gonna say I'll I'll possibly say hmm, number one. I'm gonna say that Murphy tried out her socks there as well as she really did have that determination, especially playing in the Indigenous jerseys as well. Also playing for 25th NRW game there as well. So congrats to her representing for the blue and gold in 25 games. So yeah, amazing stuff there. But unfortunately, we couldn't get the win. We couldn't get the win for her in this round. And yeah, hopefully next week against the Broncos, we will redeem ourselves. But it's not gonna be easy, especially against Tamika Upton, against uh, Ali Brigginshaw, and also Hafuga. I believe she played against the Raiders there. But I mean, they did concede a couple points there against the Raiders there. But we will go into the preview for that on Wednesday. But just for now, guys, that's going to be it there for our 3-1, and also the review for our double header there for both the men's and also the women's match as well for the first week of Indigenous round, as there will be another one coming in next week, or should I say next round. In round, where are we up to? So round 7 for the women's, it will be, and it'll be round 24, I believe. Yes, round 24, as we face off against South Sydney there, with a poor record against them in this round. But we will go into that preview for both the men's and the women's game, as that will be recorded either on Wednesday or either on Thursday. There are no guarantees this time, since the recordings are going to be taking a little much more longer just to edit that, since I do have a lot of stuff going on outside of the podcast itself. But anyways, enough rambling about. Let's move on to our next segment over here for episode 23. Alrighty, so apparently Bailey Thompson, as what we have all been hearing, he wants to be out of the Premier Club here, and he is, and apparently, according to rumors and from other sources, well, not from this one, apparently he has made three release re- requests, but I have heard that that's not really the case. Um, from what I heard. But yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on with him releasing or having any release requests to the club itself. I know that he is not happy that he is not being granted an opportunity to play center there. But look, he hasn't bad mouthed Parramatta at all. He's just very very upset. He is very upset that he has worked his absolute ass off in preseason and has bulked up his arms like ever before, and he was going so good during the first half of the season that he had to be dropped due to injuries and that. And when there was, and when he going back from injuries and that, and he was able to start for us, it just seems like that that um, I think Jason Rolls did not want him to play in the centres, and then Bailey Thompson was not impressed with Jason Rolls' decision, but it had to be made like that, man. Like, um, Jason Rolls had to push out um, Dalen Brown because he was in the future, but then he obviously had to bring him back just for a couple more minutes in that in the centers, even though he didn't really have the greatest game in attack there. He was our only choice, I guess. Even though I do disagree with the choice of picking Dalen Brown in the centers there. So yeah, but looking over here for this source here, coming from Zero Tackle here, for um for the Bay Thompson situation, and Jason Rolls has finally spoken out about the Bailey Thompson uh, release request situation. So it says over here, one of the first players that Jason Rolls extended at the back end of last year after he was handed the coaching reins. Thompson has been a consistent and reliable player in the club's backline over the past 4 seasons, along with the other uh, backline depth there, junior Jake Targo, which he wasn't a bad, but I mean, um, I think he is going to be on the out as well. But not to worry, guys. This is why Jason Rolls did sign Richard Panicini, since he can play in the centres, even though he was very shaky and he wasn't really at his best during preseason against the Newcastle Knights and also against the West Tigers there. So I think that Richard Panicini somewhat next year will debut along with his brother there, Will, next year somewhere. So yeah, I think just um, not accepting Baylor Thompson there is going to give some room and some opportunity there for Will's brother there to finally make the dream debut there to start with, along with his brother there. So hopefully that is going to happen there for next year. But yeah, but it also says over here, formerly with the Canberra Raiders, the injury play also back recently reached his 100 game milestone, but has been overlooked in recent weeks and has only gone to play 2 matches in first grade since round 10. As he was going good in the first half of the season, as we said before. This saw reports emerge on Monday that he had requested a release from the Eels. So first one. Speaking for the first time about Simonson's situation on Saturday, this is what Rose had to say. He said, but Bailey made that decision to stay away for a couple of days, which we fully supported. As you see on the Daily Telegraph there on Saturday, ahead of the club's match against the North Queensland Cowboys. And he also said he will get himself sorted and back into training as soon as he can. I'm not going to elaborate out on anything I speak with the players about. Bailey is being really well supported by the club, and that's why Simonson has not badmouthed the club since he is still getting supported, and the club is doing everything that is going to make Bailey Simonson be comfortable by the outcome. But yeah, he's saying that he wanting him, he has been communicated. It's been a little bit of a shock, but it's all footy, and we have to manage players as best as we can. And earlier in the week, Sydney Morning Herald reported that he has requested a release on multiple occasions over the past month and requested that he only wanted to be selected and used on the wing, as we all know. However, conflicting speculation has emerged from various outlets that Simonson never requested free releases, so it was all a lie. Has no issue playing in the centres, okay, and the main problem was about not being in the club's best lineup going forward. So it was the same thing on how Jason Rolls told to Gutherson, look, I can put you as a utility, but mate, you are getting a little bit older, and I think it is the best decision for the club to let go, mate. You done what you need to do. You did get us to a grand final, and look, you did you did whatever you had to do, Garvison, and yeah, unfortunately with his age and with his injuries, we had to sign another fullback there, Alongi, which he's going absolutely just superb there, and we had to rebuild, and we had to catch up with other teams like the Bulldogs and the Tigers there to get a young system just up to speed, connected with the Panthers and with other big franchises who have connected with their junior system there. Also, the Raiders there who are coming first in the competition. Gelling their playing style there, where he has made the Raiders and the Bulldogs there, and also the Panthers as what we've seen in the last couple of years, just absolutely just unstoppable there. And Gus has really built on to that for both the Panthers and for the Bulldogs at the moment. So yeah, but I mean, Ricky Stewart is doing the same thing, but I mean, we can obviously see that Jason Rolls is doing the same thing for the Premier Eels also. So yeah, I hope that he continues to get our young system just connected like this. And yeah, guys, as I always say, hashtag trust the process. But anyways, getting back to the article here. Um, so yes, Simonson has yet to comment on the situation. He remains contracted until the end of the 2027 NRL season there. So yeah, so all of those free release requests there, all of those rumors there were absolutely just fake, and it was just the media just trying to make the player look bad there, and just try to get some money off from it, and try and make the club look bad. So yeah, it's all just BS there. That Simonson hates the club for not putting him on the wing there. So yeah, look, he doesn't mind playing in the centres there, but but I mean, I think he is upset from what he's trying to say is that he is upset that he is not going to be consistently be selected moving forward for the future. So yeah, I think he will be um I think he doesn't mind if he does get released there. But I mean, look, um, what's your guys' thoughts on this situation? Do you guys think that Simonson is just having a whinge, or do you reckon that the club should let him go? Which I don't think we should. But I mean, like, um, yeah, do you reckon he is happy to go, or do you reckon he is going to stay by the end of the season? Which I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm not going to be surprised if he's going to be released um, by the end of this season, which it will be very sad. But I can really see that Justin Rolls, if this whole injury prone from Simonson is still going to occur, which he was out for most of the season towards the end from last year. So yeah, um, I think he maybe will let him go. Maybe Justin Rolls. Hopefully not. But I mean, uh, if it's ever going to get that big opportunity there for Will's brother there to debut along with him, maybe that's the move that Justin Rolls is going to make next. We'll see on how it goes by the end of the season, or either during preseason or even in the off season in 2026. So yeah, that's it with Simonson's situation there. Let's move on to the next segment, guys. So as we go over here, we got Tino Fasimileli here from a rumor that we did actually make out on Instagram over here, saying that with Tino Fasimileli being confirmed. Hang on a sec. I just want to see on Instagram. With Tino Fasimileli now confirmed to test himself in the open market, hence come on November the 1st. Do you think this is the man that Para needs for the front forwards, or will it be a risk with his history of being injury prone, especially during Origin, alongside with his Queensland teammate Jermaine Hopgood? So yeah, do you guys think that? And also, well, if Longy does debut for Queensland, which I hope he doesn't, but yeah, do you guys think that Tino Fasimileli should be coming to Parramatta? And is he the man that he is going to lead the full pack here, along with other young kids just coming through and that? Because Jason Rolls, from what I've heard, that I am in a Parramatta chat on Instagram. So someone from the chat that I am part of, they actually said to me that Jason Rolls, I think it was during the pre-show, either on Fox or on Channel 9 for the Eels and Cowboys game, that they have two spots left for two young, experienced players, and I am hoping that Tina Fasimileli, like what age is he right now? Like Tino is, I mean, I don't think he's that old. He's like 25 years old. Like he's not like I'm hoping that he is one of those signings that we are going to make. I know that we have a lock forward, Jack DeBellin, even though he is very old and he can be good, but I mean he is aging quite a lot. And some people are like saying, well, what's the point of signing him where we just loaned out Ryan Madison there, where we could have just gotten rid of him to give some more space to get another young, experienced forward, maybe some more depth there for a proper lock there for the future, instead of just trying to rotate with Dylan Walker or either put Jamal or Jamal Hopgood in there. Yeah, I think that's been like the main issue there for this squad as well. I mean, I know that Jermaine Hopgood was very good for us in 2023 as a lock forward, but it feels like whenever Nathan Brown has left, um, or either Ryan Madison has not really gelled into Jason Roller's playing style there. I feel like that's uh, a prop and also a lock forward has been a missing role that hasn't been solved in the last couple of years. Like, yeah, um, is Tino for similarly like the big problem solver for our front forward there? And do you guys think maybe we should get another? We should actually get another young lock forward, and I'm not too sure who. I'll check on who's off contract at the moment. For any young lock forwards there. So just give me a sec, guys. I'll be with you guys back in a sec. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, another option could be Adam Elliott. I know he's not really the most consistent lock to be going after him. So it says over here that there is a clear standout in the number 13 jumper with Adam Elliott likely to leave the Knights by the end of this year. It's unclear if any NRL clubs have expressed an interest in his services yet. The former Bulldog and Raider is solid at both ends of the park and will improve a number of teams around the competition when it comes to forward pack depth, which we do need at the moment. But I mean, Kobe Herberton is another option, while Youngs is Justin Matamia, the Tigers, and Mason Teague are yet to be resigned, which I'm not really the biggest fan of those signs there, to be honest. So yeah, yeah. Look, we either go after Adam Elliott, or we either just let Charlie Gama just uh just bulk up during preseason, and then just get back to his bulkiness on how he debuted for us last season, and be able to make those big tackles there very impactfully and make those big impactful hit ups there throughout the middle there, as him and Jack Williams have been absolutely just solid in that back rower area there in the full pack there, which we do not want to get rid of that effort there from both Williams and Guymer there, but we'll see what happens there. So hopefully we can sign some more full pack depth there. Um, but I mean, if he is going to go after a young, experienced forward, I don't think it's going to be Elliot there. By the looks of the interest from any NRL clubs, I think he will be going to the Super League. So I think Adam Elliott is probably out of the picture, but I'm not too sure who we can get. Like a like another young experienced signing there. Like, could we be getting like a backup 5'8" there, in case if the Josh Publi and Dean Hawkins 5'8" experiment fails there. I know that Dean Hawkins has not been a bad, and he was a little quiet during the Cowboys game. He did make one thing where I think when he I'm not too sure what he's done. I think he's made one kick or something um, against the Cowboys, and that's what he's done. He hasn't been that more explosive, and I think he is way better at 5'8" than what he does at five. Sorry, no, I think he is way better at halfback. I was meant to say, guys, than what he does at 5'8" there. So yeah, apologies for that, but yeah, but until Lorenzo Talenta comes in and makes a big statement for himself there, this is the debate that we have to talk about. How are we going to deal with Dean Hawkins? Are we just going to have him as a backup halfback there for Mitch Moses, since he is a very decent option there for a backup half there when Moses does go out there um, in injury or either for Origin? So yeah, um, yeah, I think we don't sign a backup 5'8" there, since I'm pretty sure we all want to see Lorenzo Talenta debut for us next season. So yeah, so I'm not too sure, like, because if we do sign another centre there, then what are you going to do with Joris probably there, or with Richard Penasini there? I mean, yeah, it's gonna be better depth there, but I mean, I feel like that we need more like middle forwards there rather than just like centers and that. Yeah, so I don't know if he's gonna find like a prop who could play lock there. I'm not too sure. Who is on the market there who can actually play like prop and lock there. I mean, Trey Mooney, we were trying to chase after. I'm not too sure if we are going to get him, since Newcastle are very close to confirming to actually signing him at the moment. But there are no updates if he is confirmed that he does want to have agreements to move to Newcastle. So we'll see on how that goes there with Trey Mooney there. So yeah, but yeah, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it, guys. For the segment and also for the podcast itself. But yeah, just let me know, guys. Do you guys reckon that Tina Fasimilari is a great move for us? And what other spots do you think that Justin Rolls is going to fit in for the area that we do need? Which I do believe that we do need another forward there for the depth that we have at the moment. It is absolutely just horrific. And yes, I know that you can't do nothing about it because the NRL is absolutely just drunk with the ACL injuries there, the officiating just not controlling the high and hip drops there that just causes ending injuries for so many players. Well, not just for us, but for South Sydney and for many other clubs. I mean, it's certainly pointing out. I mean, Luke McCarth, Jerome Hughes, and the list just goes on and on and on. I mean, especially for Tom DeVoge there, Pabhausen, and many other players, man. Like this HIA thing, like it has not been solved in the last couple of years. So I'm not too sure what the NRL needs to do right now. Like either they make a big call and sack the referee, whoever's in charge of all of the referees, and just bring in an actual proper referee who can actually control and prevent any horrid season-ending injuries there. And I know that it is the NRL's fault that they did make the game fast-paced in that with the six and gens during the whole pandemic and that, forcing them to switch up some things in that. Look, um, I think that's another topic for another day. But yeah, for now, guys, that's gonna be the end there for this podcast. I do apologize if I have stuttered just a little bit here. I was trying to pre-record this a couple of attempts here, so I do apologize if my recordings have not been the best. I think I'm gonna try and edit this out as best as possible. So yeah, but anyways, guys, if you guys have enjoyed this episode here for the Blue Garment podcast, please give a like and subscribe to the channel itself, and also follow us on all platforms on Instagram, Spotify, and also on TikTok as well, and obviously subscribe to the YouTube channel itself. And I will see you guys later. And as of always, blue and gold never folds. And go para. And I'm out. See ya. Have a good night.